Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Vermeer, it's going to be a Patreon cast featuring Jaedong and Bisu. Woo! A PvZ of epic level proportions. Top left, it's going to be our yellow Zerg player. It is Jaedong. And in the bottom right, it's going to be Bisu under his barcode name. So Jaedong and Bisu, two of the best players in the entire history of StarCraft, which is now 25 years. Wait, 27 years now. Holy smokes, it's an old game, but it is a good game. So, a PvZ for a Patreon cast of the week at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. A way to support Falcon Paladin as he is embarking upon a full-time streaming career. Thanks, everybody, for supporting me. December was a success. January will be a success. Thanks to support from you and other people, especially if you are a patron of mine, for at least $1 a month at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. You get to watch this a month before anybody else on the YouTube channel. All right, so it's going to be a pool first here on this giant 4-player map. Here from Jaedong. Okay, 9 pool versus gates here, but cross spawns. So let's see if Bisu can scout the pool before Lings show up while the Zealot is out and ruins all of Bisu's plans here for today. Extractor trick, huh? So making an extractor, then making a drone, and then canceling the extractor, so you get 10 supply out of 9 here from Jaedong. Interesting. So he wants a little bit more mineral income here. And just waiting for the pool, saving up larva to make 6 Zerglings here. And if you, if you make a 9 pool and do not make 6 Zerglings, then you're doing it wrong, right? Early pool, you need to make 6 Zerglings. So we got 2 sets of Zerglings. There we go. 3 sets of Zerglings on the way. Sub 2 minutes. Woo! As Cheesers intend here. Okay, so the probe says, hopefully there is Zerg here. Hey, there's an Overlord. Okay, and there are, holy smokes, there are Lings. Juke! Juke like your life depends on it. Hurry, send the Zealot back. There we go. Sending the Zealot back, pulling another probe here to fully wall off, or maybe make a forge. Are we going to go cross-spawn scout here, not bothering to check the bottom left? Educated guess here for Jaedong has got ourselves a hatch at the 3rd base location here on Vermeer, and cross-spawn. Okay, so he knows that Bisu is not here, but, oh my goodness gracious. Hurry. Hurry. Throw down. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So we've got 2 Zealots. Here we go. Blocking the ramp. And Probe does not block the ramp adequately enough. It's not his fault. Just this low HP here. So now we have 4 slow Jaedonglings inside the main base of Bisu. And another one on the way. So we have, okay, so 5 Lings. Just scouting for now, but they will pick off a probe if they have the opportunity here. So Bisu's Zealot control, yeah, is pretty darn good, but they are so much slower than even slow Lings. Metabolic boost on the way, throwing down a forge. And probe fighting, oh, and then holding it up for that Zealot to come and issue a death warrant. Ka-chow. 3rd base coming up inside the natural base. We will call it the natural. Probe scouting, and, yeah, blocking the ramp. No, you can't scout me. No, you can't scout to see that I'm not making a lair. It's metabolic boost with the first 100 gas. Departure from the norm here. So it's a 9 pool into metabolic boost. No early lair. Getting gas, and the expansion is safe. So it's a gate expand here against a 9 pool. Bisu, I think, is ahead, but being fully scouted here for the first 5 minutes is not very fun for Bisu, right? Run. And another probe down. Probe down! Hey, he did get a probe at the cost of 1 Zergling. Run! Oh, he's got metabolic boost now. You see how he picked it up? No, run. No! Okay, never mind. You could have run. You could have gotten a little bit more scouting done there, Jaedong, but I guess there was a Zealot here at your 3rd base. Fair enough. And now we have a lot of Speedlings coming down. Hurry. Block the wall. Throw down a cannon. Wow. I would have thrown down a cannon so much earlier here than Bisu, but Bisu knows. Bisu knows how to do this, right? Nom 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 nom. Nomming on this gateway. Nom 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 nom. Now we play the Zealot game. There we go. Zealot game successful until the cannon shows up. Excellent job there. And are we just droning? We are just droning. Here from Jaedong. Evolution Chamber. Macro hatch at the front of your natural base. These lings are wasted at this point. So yeah, basically now I think Bisu is going to win this game, right? Stargate, he did adjust his build based on this early pool that he saw, but it was so smooth and so svelte that Bisu here is going to defeat Jaedong. That is my guess here at 5 minutes and 43 seconds. I'm not like super confident in that. Jaedong is again an excellent, excellent Zerg player, the most famous Zerg player. He's never been a Bonjour, right? He never had a sustained super, super high level of excellence over like a 2-year or 3-year period to qualify for a Bonjour. But man, he has won so many Premier tournaments over the years. He has been so consistent, just not consistent at that super high level, right? Right. +1 Corsair. Okay, we've got a Spore Colony to help because the Hydralisk Den is not done. It is coming up. Citadel. Everything is A-okay here on Bisu's side of the map. Okay, so I mean, I don't know, a bunch of lings are out here. They can't get much done. They can maybe deny a third base, quite possibly, if they can get there without Zealots with speed shutting them down. Zealot speed is on the way. Got a lair getting fired up here from Jaedong. Spore is keeping the Corsairs away from the Overlords. Should really keep them from getting any kind of kills here, at least for the Overlords that are home. Right? You're going to get a kill on an Overlord that is a little bit further away from home, quite possibly. Yes. Bam. That's right. One cannon's enough to shoo away like 15 Zerglings. Okay, it's 13, but I was pretty close there. What's the lair going to be? We're going to get a Spire here against these Corsairs? Quite possibly. Wouldn't say no to that. Templar Archives getting warped in here, too. From the old Bisu side of things. Actually, where the heck is that? Oh, it finished. Right. It finished right in front of me. Neato. So we're going to get Psystorm. We're going to get Speed Lots. We're going to do all the stuff we need to deal with Hydralisks, because that's what this is. The Corsair's been scouting, sees no sign of a Spire whatsoever, and might actually... Ooh, did he cancel that +1? Sometimes that happens, right? Protoss, yes, recognizes there's not a Spire. There's no Overlords. I mean, there are no Mutalisks we have to kill. It's going to be a lot of Hydralisks. It's going to be hard for us to get any Overlord kills with that happening, so they cancel the +1 air attack here for the Corsairs. And then kind of stop making Corsairs. They had a plan for a lot of them, but again, reacting to what Jaedong is doing is what Bisu's been nailing today so far. DT is out. 1 DT. We're not going Corsair DT or anything, but he's like, hold on. Is there really only one Overlord here at the main base? Can we maybe get these Zealots into there? Maybe force the Hydras to worry about the Zealots and snipe the Overlord and then get the DT in there? I think that's what he's thinking about doing. These lings are being annoying, though. There's not enough of them to really deal with these Zealots. Maybe with the Hydras. Yeah, maybe with the 8 Hydralisks at the third base, they should be able to handle it. Lings on the counterattack, checking to make sure, is there a third base? Overlord scouting is not something we're doing today. So we're going to send a ling down, scout for the third there. Nope. We're going to scout this place for a third. Also, nope. So probably preparing for some kind of a big attack coming in with Zealots, maybe with Psystorm. Hydra's on the move out, maybe trying to catch this thing out in the middle of the map. You don't want to fight in the middle of the map, though, against Speedlots, right? You want to fight in little tight areas where they can't get a surround on you. You want to fight somewhere where Sunkens are helping you, too. Not that there are any Sunkens at all. There's the one Spore. That is the one static defense that Jaedong is allowing himself to create here. And falling back are the Hydralisks. Okay, great. All's well at this stage. Singularity Charge getting fired up. He's worried about lurkers. Lurker aspect has not started yet. Production tab says no. If this was a game I didn't have a production tab, I'd assume, yeah, just like Bisu, that we're getting lurkers, and it just got fired up. So, yeah. He, maybe a little bit early on it, but he wasn't wrong. Yeah, this Ling Hydra stuff doing some work. This DT's like, I'm doing some work. Killed one Hydralisk. Wop, wop, wop. Getting Overlord speed, Jaedong, that'd be good. Would really enjoy that. There's a lot of Hydras, man. An absolute metric ton of them. Cannon coming up. Looking great. Third base. I don't know. With all these Hydras out, pretty dangerous. But we do have High Templar with Storm. 3 High Templar are out. All 3 of them should have a Storm available, and they did until that one tossed down his Storm. Corsairs here to kill these Overlords. Overlord speed is done. It did come through the production tab, but I wasn't watching. Overlord's getting sniped. Means this DT does a lot of work, and a supply block on Jaedong as well. That hurts. That hurts, getting supply blocked in that position. High Templar getting another beautiful Storm off. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Another Storm is available. Might as well hit him. There you go. Hit him where it hurts. We're attacking the Zealots here. Not really. 3 High Templar just getting out of here, man. 1 kill, 5 kills, 0 kills somehow on that High Templar. Not sure how that happened, but that was not. Look at all this Zerg blood on the ground. Look, you can't tell how many Zealots died in engagement because they evaporate, right? They go back to Ire to be put into a Dragoon body when they die. So you can't really see how much of a bloodbath it was for Zealots, but that's a lot of dead Hydras. Not happy about that. 4th base coming in for Jaedong. Still no 3rd base from Bisu. This has to be intentional. Bisu's not accidentally forgetting to get a 3rd base. He is deciding to not get a 3rd base. Going to try to win this thing with Zealots and the High Templar. Maybe when the Lurkers come out, we'll start making rounds of Dragoons. But for now, oh look, the Lurkers are here. Let's fire up some Observers. Let's make 8 Zealots and then get into Dragoon production, I imagine, once this round of Zealots is done. Great. Psy Storm. God, I really tried to snipe these Corsairs, but just losing 5 or 6 Hydras in the process. That one died because it got dragged into their nonsense. And it is. It's Dragoons being produced now with the next round on those gateways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a 7 gate on 2 base. Bisu's being really strong here. Is this a sneaky twofer? Nobody knows except for me. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, Zealots are like, we can deal with the Lurkers in this kind of a position, right? Where we've got Obs, where there are a bunch of us. We can surround the Lurks and pick them out. That was great. That's exactly how Lurkers can be dealt with. Oop, Archon gets popped immediately. 2-1 upgrades on these Zealots, by the way. +2 attack is done for Jaedong, but no armor upgrade yet. These players are getting upgrades. They're sneaking upgrades in here into this chaotic game. This is why they are the best. So 3rd base from Bisu coming in. 4th base is already done from Jaedong. Jaedong wins the upgrade timing battle for sure. More drones being added in, getting a Carapace upgrade. We need more Lings is what we need. We need some Lings to buffer here so the Hydras aren't taking as many body shots. But once again, once we reach a tipping point of enough Hydras per Zealot, the Zealots have to run. Fall back to more High Templar. Maybe these Dragoons can get some work done here too. Good stutter step, not just standing and fighting, right? Dragoons do not want to stand and fight all that much against mass Hydra. They want to kite, right? They will attack if the Zealots are buffering for them. It's the same exact relationship. Lings to Hydras and Zealots to Dragoons. 100% the same symbiotic relationship. One tanks, one does the true damage. That said, I mean, both Lings and Zealots can do the true damage, right? Okay, any sign of a Queen's Nest from Jaedong? Nothing at 1330 yet. Not looking too good that way, but, you know, tier 3 is done for Bisu. Zerg players don't necessarily have to get there. You can go Hydra Lurker and win if you're doing it for a certain amount of time, and if you do enough damage, right? If you kill this 3rd base of Bisu's, I think you can probably go Hydra Lurker to victory here, Jaedong, even longer than, you know, 13 or 14 minutes. But if you can't, and Bisu sits on 3 bases, you're going to have a bad time. 129 to 107 supply right now. Yeah, Bisu's feeling great. He's doing fine here. Okay. He's got his 3rd base. He's going to save it. That's way too much Protoss for Jaedong to deal with right now, especially with the Psy Storm coming the backside. The Lurkers do burrow on this bridge, but Dragoon comes around backside, getting big hits on that Lurker. And yeah, no, Jaedong can't do anything here. He's not threatening this Nexus hardly at all. He took some shields off it, but that's that. No probes died. 137 and 96 supply is a fantastic position for Bisu to be in. Jaedong says, I believe in the power of Lurkers and Hydras forever and ever, amen. And it's like, okay, bud. I love you. I love Zerg players, but man, they are dumb sometimes. I mean, this is honestly like if Protoss had this delusion that they can win often against Zerg with only Zealots and Dragoons. It's just not really that viable, right? Not against somebody as good as Bisu. I just don't understand. Yeah, look at all these Hydras dying. We're just more and more ahead here for Bisu every chance we get. Bisu's probably playing better than Jaedong is right now. I believe this is a 2023 replay. So a little bit older than now, as this will be watched by in 2025 for all of you. But point is, yeah, Jaedong is not checking up. Falcon's rant about this. You guys have this known by heart by now, right? So I'm not going to rant about it. We're just going to talk about what's going on here. Bisu is going to move into Reavers. Reavers would be nice against this Hydro Lurker stuff. Heck, Reavers are good against anything, unless your opponent's going for some crazy reason Mass Mutalisk. Like Mass Muta, Devourer, or Guardian, then maybe don't make Reavers, right? Not going to be good. But Sky Zerg is not a viable strategy in 2025 or 2024 or 2023. It never really has been. So in this situation, as another base comes up from Jaedong, so at least economically he's kind of doing well. Yeah, in this situation and all situations, Reavers are going to be good. They want to make Ultras, Reavers. Hiders and Lurkers and Lings, Reavers. Defilers, Reavers. Dark Swarm and Plague, Reavers. No matter what's happening here, Reaver is your one-stop shop for all things killing Zerg. One, two, three, four, 5 bases, 2, 4 for Bisu. Yeah, this is... We're at 16 minutes here. Just running out of things to say. I had some dude leave a comment the other day. It was like, man, I didn't, you're pretty focused on casting. I didn't think you'd get too loopy, and then you went on a weird tangent about Letterkenny. Like, to be fair, Letterkenny is a fantastic TV show. I should be able to talk about it whenever I want. But we're not getting into a tangent on it today, although we could, because again, it's Hydras and it's Lurkers. That's it. No Queen's Nest at 17 minutes. None. Is it too late to start one? Maybe. Sure. 30 supply lead for the Protoss. Psystorm, Dragoon, Zealots. Upgrades apace. +2/+2 for the Protoss. We've got a +2/+1 here for the Zerg. I mean, they're working on upgrades. They're not just sitting stagnant on the upgrades that they have, of course. I don't think Bisu even really needs to harass at this point. Oh my gosh, it's a Queen's Nest. I whined about it enough, and at 17 minutes, we got a Queen's Nest in the production tab. Is it on time? We'll see. Is it too late for this to work out for Jaedong? I don't know. I believe in getting it better late is better than never getting it, right? Better late than never is the easier way to say that in English. I swear I speak English as my first language, folks. I promise. Okay, high ground Lurkers, impossible to deal with or simply annoying to deal with? Well, the man's getting a hive. He didn't get a Queen's Nest just to have it around his base and to look pretty. So, I mean, the way Vermeer is structured, these high ground Lurker positions are kind of okay at keeping Bisu at bay. You think you can Psystorm up there pretty effectively, but the split on these Lurkers is gorgeous. It's Jaedong placement, of course. It's not going to be clumped up and dumb for no reason. Lings trying to jump on in here. Hive's not done yet. See, these are not scary Lings. Like, 2/2 non-adrenal Lings are not scary. Not when you've got +3 coming in soon. And Observer speed. Because, you don't want the Observers lagging behind your Psystorms and your Dragoons. Lurkers dying all over the place. One Lurker remains at the top of this little high groundy position that goes up and goes down almost immediately. The Lings do not have Adrenal. I need to emphasize this. At 19 minutes, these Lings don't have Adrenal. Hive finished. Go Adrenal. Go. Go, Adrenal, go. You have... Okay, you don't really have the money for it. Fine. We won't get it right this very second. You're spending your money on stuff like further missile attack upgrades for +3. Okay, that's pretty good too. I'm all right with it. You're making 3 more sets of Lings. Okay, but you need gas now. You need to save up for the gas. Hasn't taken the gas at his 5th base. He's got the gas at every other base that he's taken so far. But the fact that he's starving for gas, I guess he's not that great on minerals either. I mean, Bisu's got a bank he's rocking with. He's basically maxed out, but I believe in Jaedong here, right? He can start getting the tier 3 stuff that he needs. He needs a Defiler Mound like yesterday, and he needs Adrenal maybe 10 minutes ago, right? Probably Defiler Mound more important in this situation. Good snipe on the Obs. There's 2 more Obs you got to deal with, though. And yeah, sending the Archon up the ramp to deal with the Lurkers and take a bunch of damage from the Hydras. Trying to snipe an Obs. I think he got another one, but another one remains. I said there were 2 more, and there were 2 more. Now there is 1 more. Now it has speed to better to dodge the Hydralisk attacks, and he's busted in. He's taking the high ground for his own now. He's not going to give this up. This is very important positioning. He's going to hold on to it, and now push into a base that has no Dark Swarm whatsoever. 1 Sunken, and like 5 Lurkers. No Nidus at it either, man. Oh, boy. Well, the Hydras do come in, desperately trying to save this base. I don't think they're focusing the hatch as much as they're just going after the drones right here. Drones on the evacuation, 56 to 51. I think, yeah, he's going to snipe the hatch with a few of the Zealots, but everybody else is going to stand here and get as much damage and as much value as they can. Hatch down. That hurts for Jaedong. He's re-expanding down this left side. This attacking army does get wiped out. There's nowhere for them to go unless they get recalled out of here, which we don't have that tech on the tree right now. So 11 kill Dragoon. Fare thee well, 11 kill Dragoon. Jaedong crushes it out. Still a 30 supply lead here from Bisu. He's established a 5th base down at the 6 o'clock spot. Well, Jaedong is now working on getting his own 5th base after losing his 5th. No sign of a 6th. The man is not doing what I would like him to do. I love you, Jaedong. Again, I do. I like you got a hive. I like you're getting +3 missile attack. It's fantastic. Really, and +3 Carapace, too. Also a great upgrade to have if you're Zerg. But a Defiler Mound and Adrenal would be the greatest of gifts for Zerg fans watching this game right now. I know, again, you're starving a little bit for minerals or for gas, alternately, whatever you're planning on doing. He's getting a 6th base, retaking his 5th. Okay, so 5th, 6th, 7th base coming in from Jaedong here at 22 minutes. Okay. Hey, we got ourselves a support bay. Nice. Robotic support bay coming in. We're going to get some of those Reavers. Although I have seen games where Protoss has simply gotten the support bay and then not actually used it because they didn't need it. So this is the 6th. 6th base dies. Nothing defending it. Jaedong, that's why he's expanded a couple times. He recognized this was going to happen. Very likely. So he's got this and this to fall back to. Reasonable. But Adrenal, though. For all that is... Adrenal. No Adrenal yet. These are slow attacks, and all the Lings are dying to Storm anyway. Not that being Adrenal Lings would have really helped there. You're just still sending little packs of Lings into their death, I suppose. Okay. Neat. See, look, Robotic Support Bay is done. Are we getting Reavers now? No. Production tab says no, but we are getting shuttle movement speed. Shuttle movement speed. I guess that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, this whole 7th base concept, just kidding, Jaedong says. Actually, that's not happening. We're knocked back down to the 5th. The 5th is back. 2 bases have died in the meantime. It's 80 supply ahead for Bisu. Bisu's just done everything right. He hasn't skipped any steps, right? He's got the Storm when he wanted it and needed it. He's got the Dragoons when he needed them. He got upgrades for the Zealots across the board with the 3-1-3 and the Dragoons and everybody else. And that's it. That's your GG. Jaedong, honestly, never, ever, ever. What a weird strategy from Jaedong. I don't think... This may be my first time ever watching a Zerg and a ZVP just completely forego Defiler Mound and Adrenal after getting Hive. Like, yes, I've cast games where they've foregone the Hive, and so they didn't get anything tier 3. That happens a lot. I hate it, but it happens. And in this situation, he just never got a Defiler Mound and never started Adrenal. Period. I don't get it. Like, he got the Hive for the 3-3 upgrades for his Hydras? Really? That's what he felt like he needed here? Again, I'm not going to say no to that upgrade. It's a good one, but the priority needs to be Defiler Mound, Adrenal, and then work on your 3-3s. And yeah, it's just too much. He didn't even need Reavers. His first Reaver wasn't even done yet. Dragoons, Zealots, Archons, High Templar. That was all he needed to win. Not a single Plague. Not a single Dark Swarm. And I just, for all that StarCraft has been optimized over the last 15 years, right? Since like 2010, it's really gotten optimized more than it was before, and will probably further be optimized as time moves on. But I've just never seen a Protoss player where I'm like, what are you doing? Other than, why aren't you getting Reavers? That's the one thing I get mad at Protoss players for, is why you don't get Reavers. And then they die. But it's never, why'd you skip Storm? Nobody skips Storm. Why didn't you get Zealot Speed Enhancement? Nobody skips that one either. Right? Protoss knows what to do. And Zerg sometimes thinks they can skip important things and get away with it. Nope. Not against Bisu, you can't. Not today. 227,000 points to 181,000. I'll let you guess who was ahead there. Jaedong outproducing by about a 2-to-1 ratio, getting outkilled by closer to a 2.5, 3-to-1 ratio here. Yikes. Structures raised. 4-to-2, negligible, although like some of those are hatcheries for the Protoss. And an outspend of only 1,000 resources total in a 23-minute game by a Zerg player tells you everything you got to know. Bisu's bases were not bothered a single iota. Not even touched. And our guy lost like 4 hatcheries. And a bunch of drones. So that's the story of that particular game. Wow. Okay, well, that was one heck of a game. Way to go for a Patreon game there today. Way to go, Bisu beating Jaedong, and that's going to be it for me. This has been the Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. I'm also at an Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.